Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I am so happy to have you guys back for another empties video. I did not realize how many empties I had to talk about with you guys until I opened up this box. Wow, okay, just wow. There is so much in here. It's insane how big this is and how filled it is at the moment. I truly thought I didn't have enough products to talk about for a little bit because I just was like, oh, I must not be going through that many products, but it turns out I have a lot to go over with you. Let's go ahead and get into this. Before we do, I just want to say thank you for tuning in today, you guys. I know I haven't been as active here on YouTube as I typically used to be. There's a lot going on in my personal life right now. We are trying to balance having, me going back to work. We have a 7-month-old, my husband works. It's just so much that it's very hard to kind of figure out when to film and when to be able to create content. Plus, I am still trying to be very active on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me, I will make sure to leave all the information. And yeah, so again, thank you guys for tuning in today. I, as always, appreciate your support, appreciate you guys coming in here and checking out my videos. And if you are still enjoying the content, please consider liking, subscribing, just ringing the bell, doing all those wonderful things. It just really helps my channel out, as always. All right, let's go ahead and start talking about some products. And I have a lot that I really love. So first off the bat, I'm seeing it at the top, and I already have a second one that I bought. This is the Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect from Maybelline in waterproof. This is their blackest formula. You guys, oh my god, this is so good. I used to love this back in the day, when I was first into makeup and this came out, but I kind of steered away from it for a while and went back and said, you know what, let me get the waterproof, because my lashes have been very unruly and they just will not hold a damn curl. Like, no matter what I do, if I use a non-waterproof mascara, my lashes will just fall. I don't know why, I don't know what happened, but it's just very annoying because obviously waterproof mascara is harder to take off. But I do have pretty decent products that can kind of break it down, which is great, and without actually irritating my eyes. I feel like back in the day it was a lot harder to get waterproof mascara off than it is now with all the cleansing balms. It is a curved wand, but it does have this fan effect because it goes from small bristles to bigger bristles, and it also has a curve. And I feel like that makes a huge difference. You can really get in there, wiggle around, and you can just really kind of work it in and then get that fanned out effect. This mascara truly gives me the closest thing I can get to my perfect lashes without fake lashes. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, I don't use fake lashes. In all my makeup looks, you guys can see I'm just using mascara because I always link all my products. And I also love the price point. Drugstore prices for mascara is where it's at for me. I am not a big fan of, really spending a lot on, a high-end mascara, because you go through them pretty quick and their shelf life is not long. So love that. Already repurchased. Letting you know right now, it's definitely a fave. I already repurchased. For an eye cream, this one is the Centella Green Level Eye Cream from Purito, and basically this has a lot of Centella Asiatica, which is something that is going to calm. It's something that's just very nice for your skin. It has Asiatic side, Asiatic acid, Madecassic acid. It has a peptide complex. Basically what I liked about it the most, though, just because I an eye cream, they list a lot of different things, but at the same time it's also a diluted version of something that would be let's say a face cream. So what I personally really liked about this was that you got a lot of product in here. It was a very decent amount of product. This lasted me forever. If you're looking for a good eye cream on a budget that you could use, and you don't want something very thick, if you want something more light, because for example, if you suffer from milia, having a thick eye cream will just promote more milia, basically. And if you don't know what milia is, it's those little bumps you can get right underneath the eyes here. Your skin is very sensitive underneath the eyes, and once you get to a certain age, your skin naturally just doesn't shed as much as it used to. It doesn't exfoliate itself as much as it used to. A lighter weight eye cream like this one is nice just because it doesn't promote further milia. Plus, if you're also somebody that's younger and you don't need things that are necessarily anti-aging, this is perfect for you morning and night. So this was great in the morning. Popped it on, nice lightweight, makeup applied great over it, it absorbed nicely into the skin. It just, my only thing with it wasn't anything revolutionary, it didn't blow me out of the water, nothing like that. It had a nice texture, it was light, and it was definitely, it did the job, it was hydrating. So that was that. For a toner that I absolutely freaking loved, you guys, like, oh my god, this is so good. So this is from a Korean brand and it's called Haru Haru. This was my second bottle, plus I also ended up using up a small like travel size, so it almost feels like I've used like 3 bottles of this, but not really. This is called the Wonder Black Rice Hyaluronic Toner, and oh my god, first of all, the packaging is actually so cute. You get a very nice amount of product, and this does last you quite a long time just because the formula, it's very watery, but it has a little bit of like a gel consistency. So even though it's watery and it sinks right into the skin, you do not have to worry about it leaving your skin tacky or sticky. And if you have oily skin, this does not make you even more oily. It actually is really nice because it's so lightweight, but it has so much hyaluronic acid, which really is something that's gonna hold that hydration in your skin. And it also has black rice. It's just something that's highly hydrating. It feels great on the skin. It helps with irritation. It's calming. I absolutely love this year round. This was just a toner that I swear by if I want a hydrating toner. Absolutely loved it. It's been a holy grail of mine, and I'm definitely going to repurchase this in the future, 100%. I actually already want to repurchase it, but I'm like telling myself, try something else, girl. Just try something else, because I feel like I've been really into that. Or a cream that I have been loving, and I'm so sad. Like I literally like was so sad that I ran out of this, which, you know, it really explains to you how much you like a product if you actually mourn being out of it and are like not looking forward to also maybe spending the price tag on it. This is the Caudalie Venotherapist Replenishing Vegan Body Butter. This is a little pricey. So I actually ended up getting this last year when I was pregnant because I was so dry. And I thought it was a pregnancy thing, which it kind of was, but I'm also dry this year. It's been just a lot more dry. This is empty, 100%. There's nothing left. It smelled like, it's not even a smell I can really describe. It didn't really have a scent to it, so you don't have to worry about it really being scented or messing with the rest of the products that you're putting on. But it was a lovely body butter. I absolutely loved it. It was the only product I found that truly hydrated like crazy, but didn't leave like a really thick or gross or oily feeling. Like sometimes some people really like having like an oily feeling on their skin. It makes them feel like their skin is really hydrated. They want to be all slicked up at the end of the night and just feel super hydrated, and that's like their vibe. For me personally, that is my worst nightmare. I hate the feeling of cream everywhere, oils everywhere. It's just not something I like on my skin personally. And I think it's because I was somebody that was very acne prone when I was younger. Nowadays, something like this where it's a nice yummy body butter that sinks into the skin, still leaves you feeling like you're definitely moisturized, which it was definitely leaving me feeling that way. It was a nice thick body butter, but you know, I can still do my thing. I can put clothes on and I don't feel like sticky or gross. So I loved this. It did a phenomenal job. If you're really suffering from like dry skin especially, give this a try, because even on Sephora, like their claims and seeing like the result and everything, it was actually really accurate once I tried it. So highly recommend. Okay, for hair care, and this is no surprise whatsoever at all. This is the Amika The Cure. I have the shampoo and the conditioner in their new packaging, which they did repackage these. Are a lot cuter the way they look. They both actually, back in the day, I swear, I think just the shampoo looked like this and the conditioner didn't. Now the conditioner and shampoo look like this. You're getting the same amount, it's just new packaging. And I do find their packaging to be very cute, very easy to use. There's no pump, but like the squeezy bottle is nice. It's not one that you're like working really hard to get the product out. And I also finished up though the Cure Intense Bond Repair Mask. So with these three, using them together was definitely a very beautiful process, because hair will smell phenomenal. It smells really good. And after all of that as well, this really helps with damage repair. It just salon, like it has a salon smell to it. It's very typical of like if you went in to get your hair done at the salon. But what I liked about it was that it was really good for damage repair. It really helped with frizz, and especially when you use all three together, like this mask, oh, it was so amazing. Like, I would definitely repurchase this completely just by itself, because this was so intense and like yummy and thick, and it just enveloped your hair. It felt so good. I would actually love to use the mask instead of the conditioner, and just keep the mask and just use that as a conditioner, because it was that amazing. I loved the Amika line. It's been great. I really enjoyed it. Right now I'm trying something new from Day, which you will probably see in another Empties video, so stay tuned. But I really love those. Check out other previous videos if you want to hear more about them. Wow, I cannot believe I have 2 of these. So this is Vagisil Healthy Protect Washes away harmful bacteria. It's basically just a gentle nether region wash. That's really what it's for. I've mentioned these before. I used to use a different one before, and I can't remember for the life of me the name of it right now, but I actually switched to this one because this lasts way longer. Like the product's way more concentrated. Plus this actually helps with, if you're prone to like yeast infections, this actually really helps with that, because the way it's formulated, it has a lot of great things in there, like natural things like tea tree, eucalyptus, neem, and rosemary. Those things naturally help kind of prevent and like ward off infections and things like that, and just keep you a lot more fresh down there. So highly recommend, if you're not using a separate wash for your nether regions, then definitely consider it. It's one that I've really loved incorporating into my routine, and it's like I've just noticed a difference. 100% noticed a difference. It just feels like you're just way more refreshed as well, and overall I've just really enjoyed it. For a serum, I've really loved this. This was amazing. This is the green tea fresh serum from Is-In-Tree. So this is also a Korean brand, and I do love Korean products. I think they're honestly like really incredible, and I'm very happy that I discovered Korean skincare products. So this is the, like I mentioned, a green tea fresh serum from Is-In-Tree, and it's a serum containing 77% Jeju green tea extract, which is Camellia sinensis leaf extract, helps regulate sebum production while providing deep hydration to the skin. So in a nice summary to explain it to you a little bit better than that did, basically it's going to be a really gorgeous calming serum that also is deeply hydrating, but also helps with your oil production. So if you're somebody that is kind of combination skin or oily even, this is a beautiful product because it absorbs right into the skin. It does such a nice job at just doing what it needs to do, but then not leaving anything behind, because you don't want anything left behind. Like if you have oily skin, the last thing you want is layers of skincare. You just want to be able to put your serum on and feel great afterwards, but not like have stickiness or tackiness, or like be like, oh wow, I could really feel it on my skin. So this was beautiful. You did not feel it on the skin at all. Had a gorgeous consistency, very just kind of almost watery, but like a thicker water consistency, and I loved it. It was amazing at, I wouldn't say it really like did a huge job at regulating oil production. I just felt like it really did give something new to the skincare routine. It was like just a really nice hydrating kind of serum stuff to incorporate. And I was actually using this when I wasn't using that hydrating toner. So it almost felt like a 2-in-1. It felt like a toner plus a serum at the same time, which I did enjoy. And it comes in a nice glass bottle with a pipette. Oh my god, this was actually so great. This is the Yadaha, which is also a Korean brand. Green tea pure cleansing balm makeup remover, and I featured this as well on Instagram, but this was like last year. I finished every little drop of this. It was so good. This actually was so good. I enjoyed this more than I enjoyed like my pharmacy cleansing balm thing, like the makeup removing one. This one was cool because it had like the same kind of idea where you have like, it's a 3-step consistency. So it starts off actually as a solid, but then as you pick it up out of the container, it basically melts into a oil consistency, and then from there you put it on your face, you really kind of like work it in, but then as you're like washing it all off, it actually turns into a milk, and that washes off super easily. And this washed off, like this took off all my makeup really well, even my stubborn makeup, even my mascara that was waterproof. It really broke everything down super well, and I actually really enjoyed just the formulation of it and the way it felt. I will try to remember to link my skincare routine because I really showed this in action, really close up and personal. So I'll try to remember to link that for you, just so you could actually get some more details on it and also see it. Oh, this is big. This is big and in charge over here. This is the Bioderma Atoderm, I want to say, Intensive Balm Ultra Soothing balm repairs, restores lipids, anti-itching, very dry, irritated to atopic sensitive skin. So this was nice because when my skin this winter has been like with its freak out, like, you know, my hands have been so dry. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, my hands have been hella dry. And this is the one thing that I kind of was like, let me try it, let me just see how this goes. The only thing I will mention is that it is thick. You feel this on your hands and it takes a while for it to absorb, which is something that I didn't actually love about it. I really do like a cream that like is thick, it does what it needs to do, but it still kind of absorbs more so you can go about your business and do what you need to do, especially when it's on your hands. But it did do a really good job at hydrating. I 100% will prefer this. I'm not gonna lie, this was way better when it comes to just the overall experience and the way it dried down. But this is a little bit cheaper, so I did want to go ahead and also kind of give you guys this as an option. If you are feeling really dry, if you're feeling itchy, this was a nice one to kind of just throw on whole body or just the hands, whichever you want to do. Okay, this Sugar Advanced Therapy Recovery Lip Mask. Everything. Oh my gosh, I actually really enjoyed this. It was just so soothing on the lips and truly provided so much relief, and like it stayed on the lips too. It didn't just like easily like come off. It really stayed. It had a really pleasant scent to it, kind of their signature sugar scent that they typically have with their lip products. I absolutely love this, and I know it says that it's a lip mask, but I would fully use this as a lip balm 100%, and it did a phenomenal job. It's amazing. I loved this the entire winter so far. It has been like just game changing, and it's just felt so good. Oh wow, for a mask, I didn't even realize I had this in here. This is the Soothing Hydra Solution from Dr. Jart. It's a sheet mask that moisturizes and conditions sensitive skin with Aquasil and Quick Soothing Complex. I've used this before and I really enjoyed it. Just like the last time I've used this, I've also really enjoyed it this time. It just does a really nice job at kind of providing that hydration, that soothing effect. And it does it all like, you know, in a very quick amount of time, obviously, as you're doing a sheet mask. I really like felt a difference after using this. If my skin was perched, or if I just felt like I needed a little boost of something, maybe I went a little harder with the retinol serum or whatever the night before, this was really nice to incorporate in my routine. And it just really made me feel like, okay, I got a little restart. My skin feels super, you know, hydrated and just supple, and now I can go in with whatever. So super like amazing, enjoyed it, loved it, all that great stuff. Okay, what else do I have? Ooh, I have a body wash, and this, we've actually already repurchased this on our second bottle now because, oh sorry, no, third bottle now because it's just been great. This is the La Roche-Posay Lipicare Sidnet AP Plus. The liquid inside is actually like a white color. It looks like almost milky. And this is just a anti-itching, lipid replenishing, soothing body cleansing cream, and it's one that really does a great job if you are feeling dry this winter, or in general if you're somebody with dry skin. This was just a really nice body wash. It really does kind of soothe, help, and it's just something that is not your regular thing that you're gonna find at, you know, your drugstore or whatever. This one's a little bit more special just because it does have, you know, it's really targeted for people that have dry skin, and I've noticed a difference from using this. I'm not quite as dry when I get out of the shower whatsoever after using this. I was really struggling with other body washes during, you know, the winter months, and this kind of just provided that relief. And now we've been buying it like every time we run out. We're just like, no, we need this again. So also really good, suitable for baby scalps and treatment of baby cradle caps. So that's kind of cool to know. It's even for newborns. It's soap-free, fragrance-free, and paraben-free. And even though it's soap-free, I do want to mention it actually lathers really well. Not quite as hard as like a Dove body wash would, but it lathers very well. One like full pump will usually last almost the entire body. Like 1.5 pumps will last the entire body. So this whole bottle does actually last a long time. And price-wise, it wasn't that expensive compared to like your typical ones. I have actually another mascara that I wanted to mention to you guys. This is the Sky High Lash Sensational from Maybelline, and it's also in waterproof. So even though this is kind of, I feel like this is very similar to the first one I mentioned, even in like packaging a little bit, right? This one I actually didn't end up enjoying as much. I 100% prefer the Lash Sensational instead of the Sky High. I know this went viral. People lost their minds over this, but I feel like the other one's better. I'm not gonna lie to you, I really do. This actually still has some product in it, but I found even with the waterproof version that this actually transferred on me, and that was a huge issue because I do have more oily eyelids. It just it's what it is, and nobody wants to have like crepey black smudges or anything like that. Come on, like, no thank you. We're in 2023, that is not necessary. So this was one that I didn't really jive with. For a retinol serum, this is the CeraVe Retinol Resurfacing Serum. It's 3 essential ceramides and niacinamide, which is amazing. It also has encapsulated retinol. So this one was very, very gentle. I did enjoy this actually just because I enjoyed the texture a lot. It was like a gel texture. It absorbed right into the skin. And I think the fact that it had the 3 essential ceramides really helped as well, just because they were kind of helping to keep that skin barrier feeling great and doing great while the retinol was going and doing its thing. I feel like that was kind of really nice about it. So if you're a beginner to retinol and you're a little bit more hesitant, you're a little bit more uncomfortable with it, this is definitely one that I would try out. Plus, it's also at the drugstore. Price-wise, it's pretty decent and affordable. I love that it has niacinamide in here. Niacinamide is awesome. It helps, you know, regulate your sebum production. It also helps brighten the skin. There's just a lot of different things that is great about it. I love the ceramides in here, and retinol just in general is amazing for everything. It will, you know, resurface your skin, keep you looking younger, help with wrinkles, help with acne, just everything. And this did not make me peel whatsoever. Like, I could go hard with this and I never experienced issues. I didn't get peeling, I didn't get irritation. Oh, this was so sad. Okay, this is from Merit, and this is their highlighting balm in Kava. The shade is so pretty and it looks so pretty on the skin. I will swatch it for you guys in the close-up video I do, but let me just show you. Like, you know, look at that. It's so gorgeous. It looks so wet and yummy and juicy, but this went bad, like, really fast. So it actually was quite sad. It says 12 months on the back. It did not last me 12 months, you guys. It really did not. And this is an expensive product at Sephora to get. So the fact that it didn't last 12 months is really sad. It just smells so bad, like, you know it's not good anymore. And I was trying to like use it a little bit longer and see, you know, if I could still use it, but then I started noticing I was getting like these little tiny bumps right where I was applying this. So I said, you know what, no thank you, no thank you. The fact that it went bad so fast really puts this like in the I don't like you pile. Like, I will not be repurchasing you pile. Otherwise, the product itself was also very difficult to work with. If I had foundation, like if I had a cream blush underneath, it would move the product and it would end up looking splotchy. The cream blush itself would look splotchy. If I went ahead and applied this first, it usually will mess with the foundation underneath, so then that would start looking splotchy. If I use this completely on its own though, like bare skin, put this on, put some cream blush on top, it looked great. And that's kind of how I was using it. And that's how I liked using it, because it gave your skin a really nice glow to it. It was a very natural effect almost, very iridescent. It was nice, but I really didn't like the fact that it didn't play well with other products. This was a fail for me. It just wasn't one I'm going to repurchase. For another product, I have the CoverGirl Lid Lockup, and this is their lid primer. This was one that I saw a lot of people rave about, and that's why I actually got it. And it was good. It did actually a really good job just keeping my makeup put. My makeup would not move. But the only thing that I didn't like about this was that it did have a very tacky consistency to it, and you didn't get that much product in here. I actually do prefer the Hard Candy Lid Primer, which is so random, but it works really, really well, and you get a lot of product in there. And that one's not like tacky or anything. This was a little problematic to use sometimes, because I found sometimes that it didn't apply the smoothest. So that one for me is going to also unfortunately be like, not a fail, but like it's not going to be a repurchase. Ooh, okay, I have a face cleanser. This is the Inculus Hyaluronic Acid Face Cleanser, and it's supposed to help remove makeup but also hydrate at the same time. I actually like using a product like this just in the mornings when I really don't have much going on with my skin and I just need something to help like kind of just give me a light cleanse, something really like hydrating and just simple. And this really did that. I actually really enjoyed this. It was a very like, you know, simple product. The consistency didn't really foam up. It gave me a very light lather, but it didn't really foam up. And overall, it lasted a decent amount of time. It was very simple, but I really did enjoy it, and my skin didn't feel like really tight or dry after whatsoever. It definitely left my skin feeling more supple, more hydrated. it was one that I enjoyed. So I will definitely consider repurchasing this again. There's nothing like wow about it, but in a way that's a good thing, because sometimes you don't want necessarily something that has to be super, super wow. I also have a second one of these body washes. Oh my god, you guys, this is literally the same thing. It's a Lipicar Sidnet AP Plus from La Roche-Posay. So I actually, 2 of them in one Empties video to show you guys, which is wild. I did not think I would have that many. This one was actually one that was like a holy grail for me, which was very surprising because it is a very pricey product, but it really made a difference. So this is the SkinCeuticals Phyto A Plus Brightening Treatment, and it's a daily corrective moisturizer to enhance skin tone, clarity, radiance, and texture with 3% azelaic acid and 2% arbutin. And let me just quickly read you guys just the back. Lightweight moisturizer with 3% azelaic acid, 2% arbutin, and 5.75% phytobotanical blend targets key factors of surface imperfections and dullness. The daily corrective treatment visibly reduces excess oil and redness while transforming skin texture and minimizing the appearance of pores for enhanced clarity and brightness. Loved this so much. Oh my god. I 100% would repurchase this. It was a gorgeous facial moisturizer. I think one of the absolute best that I've ever used during the daytime especially. So I 100% would use this only in the morning. I would only use this in the morning. It was a very light texture. It had a gorgeous like botanical smell to it. It just felt really great on the skin itself. It went and absorbed really nicely. It didn't leave any form of, you know, kind of coating or finish. And it just really kind of left your skin looking like skin. You know, it wasn't mattifying. It just was kind of natural looking completely. There was no glow. And it did an amazing job when it comes to all the claims they made. I really felt like it did make a difference. My skin just looked so good. It definitely, my pores looked better. Just my skin looked a little bit more smooth. It helped with my acne a lot too. I wasn't needing to use a bunch of like acne serums and stuff when I was using this. So even though the price tag was a little bit more hefty for this, I feel like it incorporates so much in one product that it was definitely more worth it for me personally. This is the Verse Just Breathe Clarifying Serum. This is a serum that it doesn't actually have salicylic acid or anything that would be like a actual acid in there. It actually has willow bark extract in the zinc blend, and it's supposed to help with problematic skin if you have, you know, acne or anything like that. I personally didn't really see the biggest difference with this, just because I find that for me, I kind of need like salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide or something in there to really see a difference. But it was one that kind of, you know, I just liked to incorporate in my routine when I was having any kind of problematic, you know, skin days or anything like that. I would kind of just incorporate this in my routine. It had a nice, very liquidy consistency. A little bit went a very long way, even though it's such a tiny little bottle. A little bit did go a long way, and I did enjoy it. It's just not one that I see myself really repurchasing, because I do prefer something a little bit stronger for my skin. If you are somebody that doesn't really deal with very much acne and you kind of just need something that's very just simple, and maybe your skin actually doesn't like anything that's a little bit more hardcore, maybe your skin can't handle salicylic acid or you just don't like it, this is a great alternative option for you, because like I said, it doesn't contain that. With that, I think I'm going to say that we're going to close off this Empties video. There are still a bunch more products to talk about, but I do not want this video to be a million years long. Thank you so much for tuning in today. You guys are amazing. You are my people, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.